Hi, my name is Brittany Neal, and I am a portfolio reviewer. I live in West Virginia. I've done portfolios for several years in the state of West Virginia and also a few in Virginia. I wanted to show you all a method today of how you might set up your portfolio. I do a lot of digital portfolio reviews because for people who don't live in the local area to me, and this is just one of the methods that you could use to share your work samples of your children's work with me. This is a really common, popular way to set it up, and I wanted to show you using Facebook how you can do a private Facebook group and organize your children's work samples in there to show their progress. The state of West Virginia requires progress to be shown in the areas of reading, language arts, math, science, and social studies. So I'm gonna show you my screen here in just a second and show you how to kind of set up a Facebook group, a private one, and how you can do that. And then I'm gonna show you an example that I've put together using my own children's work samples that you might, just so you can kind of see an idea of how it would look once you're finished with it. So I'm gonna flip this around and show you my screen. Okay. So what you do, if you're on your Facebook, this is my Facebook. I've kind of got some stuff covered up just so we can't, see other people's posts and things. So if you scroll down to where it says groups right here, and you click on that. Now I'm on a laptop. It might look a little different on a phone, but it's the similar thing. I think you have a little thing in the corner where you click on your picture and it comes up with the groups. So if you come down here where it says create new group and click on that, you can type in your group name. I'm just going to type in, now I recommend putting your child's name in there, or the last name that you're going to use for your portfolio. It makes it easier for me to find it when it's time to review. So my kid's last name is Neal, so I'm just going to put Neal Portfolio 23-24 because the school year. Then the next year I would use a different group. All right, and then you're going to pick your privacy settings. I'm going to pick private because I don't want everybody on Facebook to be able to find my group. My visibility, I'm going to make it hidden so that only people in the group can find it. And then you could go ahead as you're setting it up and invite whoever you want to be in your group. If you want to go ahead and invite your reviewer, you can. You can go ahead and put grandparents in there if you want to add grandparents or your husband or your children's father to be able to see their work as you put it in there. That's an option. That's what a lot of people like that about it. And then you hit create. Okay, and it will create a private group. Let's take this off now. Okay, and then you have your portfolio right here. And then this one's empty. It has nothing in it. You can put a picture, your cover photo. It'll show, if you click on members, it'll show you who is in your group. Okay, you can also add people here. And it'll show you anybody who's in your group. If you come over here on the left side, you can click on your group settings and it'll let you look at your group settings here. So you can see your privacy, that you have it private. You can see that it's hidden and that I have it set up to only invite people, that you can invite somebody with a link and that admins can do that. So I would be able to get the link to the group, which I think is right here. I think you can give it a different name if you want to, or you can, when you go to the main page on your group, you can click it right here, this group. Okay, and you can send that to your reviewer to add them into your group, or you can invite them right here. You click this invite button, invite Facebook friends. You can invite them with a link, or even invite them with their email address. And so that is the basics of how you set it up. Then you can come in here and you can make a post in the main part of the group if you want to. You can go to the media tab and you can set up an album, create an album. I'm going to show you in just a second how my own children's group is set up and how I have it organized. That's up to you and how your reviewer wants it. If you have multiple children, I would probably set up a different album for each child just to keep things, you know, so that your reviewer can tell what work samples go with which child. So I'm going to real fast flip over here to my own children's group. I've already set this up, so the settings are all the same as I just showed you. I've been working on it for a while, putting work samples in there. And one thing that a lot of people like about a Facebook group is you can add things throughout the year. So you can set it up in the fall when you start your school year, or the summer whenever you start your current homeschool year, and you can just add things in there as you go. So maybe once a month or so, or even once a week if you wanted to. However often you want to add things, you can just come on here, do like a small photo dump, and just put the work samples that you've chosen for each subject that you want to show what they've been doing the last month or so, or however long it's been. And then when it comes time for your portfolio review, all you have to do is add in the last little bit of stuff and send your reviewer, you know, an invite link if she or he is not already in the group. And there you go. It's super easy when it comes time for the review. So I'm going to flip over here. This is my own children's work. So, and you can see right here, I've got several people in the group. This has got myself and my husband and my children's grandmothers are all in this group. So I'm going to show you, I have a couple of posts in the page. This was a lab activity that my children did with Oobleck, and since it kind of was both of them, I put it on the main page. It wasn't like one child or the other, and I added some videos and YouTube links and things like that. Alright, so then I'm going to go to media right here. That's where I'm going to go to find my albums. Click on albums. Okay, and I have an album for each of my children. This is my daughter, who's a 5th grader, and this is my son, who's a 1st grader. I have an album for each of their co-ops, because they are in a co-op. I'm not going to click on those because they have other children in them, and I don't want to show pictures of that. But I did put a album for each of those, just so I could throw pictures that I have from their co-op activities in there. All right, so this is my son's. This is, I think it's going most recent to the oldest. So yeah, you can see this is March 8th when I put this in. So I have some videos here of him reading and a little experiment he did. All right, these start all the way back to September now. So I have some pictures here of some work samples he has done, some books he's read. I have handwriting or spelling. I'm just going to kind of scroll through and show you the different work samples that I have on here for him. Here's some math. Some of them are activities he's actually doing. Some of them are just pictures of some of the work he's done. Here's a handwriting sample and some of them, I'm going to click on them. Some of them I did put a caption in there. I have found on my phone that it doesn't like to accept my captions. I have to go back in and edit them later. So I've been doing that on the computer when I have captions to add, but it's totally up to you. Just kind of check and make sure they actually show up after you put them in. So you can see I put the date on the worksheet. That's not necessarily necessary. I have spelling, and I kind of put a little caption of what concepts were being covered or what he's doing, different words he's learning. This was when he wanted to learn about volcanoes, so I screenshotted some of the YouTube videos we watched about volcanoes and put it in there. Some more work samples, a curriculum that he finished, a book that he read to me on his own, another work sample. And I've got just some different, these are for some of the curriculum he's done in language arts. I've got some math. There's some science. He was doing a baking soda and vinegar volcano. Magic School Bus that he watched, and I listed over here what they were learning about and what they watched. He and his little sister. Some snap circuits that he did. Okay, so some of the things are worksheets and curriculum. Some of them are things that he has done on his own. Some of them are, see, he did a little science experiment with a coin, with a penny, to see what would clean it the best. And, let's see, some samples of some, where he sounded out some words on his own and wrote them. I kind of put over here what he was writing and what he did. That was a sample of his, ability. All right, so that's my son's work. I'm going to show you real quick what I have on my daughter's page. Okay, I have, let's see, some pictures of her. She does a science and a math program online, so I have some pictures of her doing those. Some other work that she has done in science. She is doing a business math program that I have a little bit of work in there from that. It's called Bookstore Math. Some pictures of her reading. Here's some coding that she did. Here's a lab page from her science. Here's some more science. You can kind of see the work on there. That's her typing the work. Her writing the work. Here's just some practice multiplication she did. Handwriting. And I did put the dates on those. There's some work she did with the elements. She listened to a song on YouTube and filled out some facts about the different elements. Here's some Scrabble that we did to practice spelling. Some books that she listened to on Audible. I just screenshotted that. She's in a book club on OutSchool, so I put some of the work from that. More science. Here's she watched a show about roller coasters and physics of the roller coaster, so I put that on there and some of the concepts they talked about. Some more books she read. More science and a little experiment, reading to her sister. Some more spelling practice. Divisibility practice. Here's a writing sample where and it kind of would be science too. She did research on a certain flower and wrote a little paragraph about it while after we were reading The Secret Garden. All right, so that is my daughter. And then, let's see, I'm going to go back to the albums. I don't have a whole lot in here, but we did a Traveling the World curriculum for social studies. So here are some of the things they did when we are learning about ancient Egypt. And they made pyramids out of sugar cubes. And we watched some videos about the pyramids and the hierarchy in ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphics. So that's most of what their social studies. They also have some social studies in their co-op albums here. My daughter also did a Lego League team, so I have some pictures from that. So that is basically it. So I can, invite, you can invite your reviewer, and your viewer can just come to that group, log in, click on your album, scroll through, see all the work that your child has done, and then they're able to see, you can put videos in there of experiments or projects, of videos of your child reading. You can post, you can even go right here where it says files, and you can click on that, and you can add in if there's like some kind of a research paper they did, or any kind of like a PowerPoint they made for a project or anything. You can put it in there. You can upload a file that might be like a Word document or a PowerPoint document or something like that also. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions about that, feel free to email me or send me a message on Facebook, and I'm happy to walk you through the steps to set that up. You can use any other method that you want that your reviewer is fine with to submit your portfolio to them. This is just one method that a lot of people really like. So I hope that was helpful. Have a great day.